For the fans. For the players. For the big plays. Firebirds Weekly Pregame Show.
Welcome to the Nest Pregame Show. We are at Recovery Room Sports Grill on New Scotland Avenue in Albany. We have a watch party going tonight, watching the Firebirds face off in Nashville against the Nashville Kats. How are we doing, guys?
What do you say? It's game day. It's game day.
Let's go.
What, 8 long days since kickoff last week?
It has been 8 long days, and we are looking forward to a good game tonight. I'm sure, the Albany is looking forward to getting back on the field. Let's talk about, how do you think they've prepared for Nashville? They've been off for 2 weeks. Nashville has, and they are, they want to make a statement as well.
Well, the biggest thing is they have a lot of changes over the last 2 weeks since the last played. Number one being is a different quarterback. But, going back and watching the first game, I feel as though they're not going to change all that much, offensively. Watching the game, they didn't really push the ball down the field. I know they have a different quarterback, but I don't know that philosophy changes, week over week, especially when you haven't played another game in between.
Right. So they won the inaugural game of the AF1 league, 40-20-6 over Southwest Kansas. And there are some familiar faces on the Cats.
Yeah.
Tell me, who guys that have played for the Firebirds or maybe even as the Empire that are playing now for the Cats.
Yeah, the most recent one is Byron Edwards. He was here last year. He was with the team, obviously. Then Calvin France was actually with the Empire. And then there was Kenny Veal, is also with the Empire. I think Kenny and Calvin were 22. Obviously, I don't believe they're here in 23. But familiar faces, and obviously coaches are going to know what they bring to the table. So I'm sure he's prepared for those guys. I mean, Kenny Veal, I think, won the NAL Defensive Player of the Year in 22, I want to say. And then I believe he's in Albany in 23.
Okay.
So he's a good player.
Excellent. Our Nest pregame show is brought to you by Evergreen Now, the streaming service for AF1. And we're also brought to you by the Clock Tower Hotel in Latham. Both of these great businesses and great things for AF1. The Clock Tower is the official home, the Flock Tower, the official home of the Albany Firebirds for 2025. Want to make sure I got that.
Let's not forget how great a host the recovery room's been here in Albany today. Fantastic.
Absolutely. Getting us set up. We were able to get it done right away. And recovery room sports grill here on New Scotland Avenue in Albany. Come down. They got great food, a great vibe, great party atmosphere. And they're great. They were great to us.
There's a lot of people here. I think we all miss the Firebirds pretty badly. So we're excited for kickoff. That is roughly 21 minutes away.
100%. And I think the Father Flacco would be here too, but he posted on our live stream that he is sick.
Yes, he's
unfortunately under the weather. Hopefully you're feeling better, Steve. And go Firebirds. Watch those guys on Evergreen Now.
Absolutely.
To go back into this game against Nashville. A lot of running. I mean, the only thing maybe if you want to even say it was a problem for the Firebirds last week was a little bit of that read option.
Yeah.
Talk about how they might do something with that, and then how Albany can kind of be active in stopping that.
Well, the biggest thing is I've read an article this week that addressed that exact thing. At the end of the day, it really just comes down to being fundamental, doing your job. Game one, everybody wants to record that TFL right out of the gate. He's a really good athlete. At the end of the day, I guess it's probably a bit better than giving up a 50-yard touchdown. But the reality of it is they want to be a good defense. And in order to be a good defense, you got to be able to make sure they can't run the ball. Because if you can run the ball, it makes offense that much easier.
Mm-hmm. And I read a story this week from Adam Schinder in the TU. He covers the Firebirds for the Times-Union. And, talking about how, defense, it can really be the difference in a league that's a passing league and a scoring league. If you can play defense, and obviously only allowing 20. And I know those guys, even with 20 allowed, they're bummed out. They wanted to keep it lower than that. But, just talk about again defensively. There it's going to be tough for Nashville with the defensive backs, the guys on the line. Harold Love we talked to last week.
Yeah, great guess by the way.
Yeah, making that difference. Talk about the defense tonight and just how they're looking to slow down Nashville and their quarterback.
For me, again, we don't know exactly what their quarterback's going to do, nor do we really know if they're going to change their stripes. But based on what I saw, I think they got to play press man until they beat them, because everything was, 5 yards or below. I don't recall too many times they had any success going deep. I think their offensive line is actually pretty good. I do believe that they're going to run at them. Again, it's gonna boil down to McAllister and DJ and all the guys that play on the edge to actually, slow down a little bit and just make sure that they don't create those lanes by being a little bit too aggressive. And I can guarantee you that was a conversation many times this week. Probably even discussed in the locker room. I don't know that, but my guess is it was pretty well known by the end, I'm sure.
Yeah, speaking of the locker room, I saw that the Firebirds social media team put out a video, kind of like they do in the NFL when they talk when the head coach is talking after the win, giving the game ball out, that kind of thing. Yep. I thought that was a really nice touch. So I want to give heads up and lots of credit to Ben, the director of media, kind of leading the charge with some of that cool stuff with his social media team.
No, they do a great job. I mean, it must be fun for them to cover the team because there's so many good people. A ton of personalities, and obviously, the amount of respect that people have for Coach Ware is well documented.
Defensively, we again talked about these defensive backs of the Firebirds.
Yep.
And these guys, a couple interceptions for touchdowns last week.
Yep.
Just talk about how they can keep their rhythm going and keep it up against the Cats.
Biggest thing, and we talked about it, I believe on Monday with Harold. Their ability to communicate. Trey being a rookie, playing with some vets back there, it's been impressive. There's going to be times where they're going to, slip up. It's football. I mean, the idea that you're not going to make mistakes is really unrealistic. But I think less mistakes happen with the way they communicate, and I think in the end, they're going to have, like I said earlier, I think press man should be, or I'm assuming will be, kind of where they start out with, but we'll see.
And we talk about the line with Harold and the guys on the line. We talk about the defensive backs, and then last but not least, definitely not least, how about Ezekiel Rose as the player of the week for the defensive side? Had a terrific game against Southwest Kansas. Talk about him in the middle there and just making the machine go.
Well, yeah, and I got to say, being there watching the game, he popped off the screen. He had a hell of a game, but again, watching the game, being all consumed in it, this game I want to watch to see what the rotations look like, because I've lost track of the snap count, but to me, it was just one guy after another. It was just one wave after another, and to me, that's what makes watching good defense fun.
Right. It didn't seem like it was always, Mike Lee making 20 tackles or Ezekiel making a bunch of stops. It was all over the board.
Yeah. I actually like to keep track of that this week. We should do snap count, get an idea, because I think that'd be interesting.
We got to figure it out. We'll see where these guys are going. To switch it up, offensively, you put up 78 points. Obviously, that was the league lead for a game in points. And Sam Casanova with 7 touchdowns. And then I think 1 on the ground too. So I think he had 8 total.
Yep.
And then Dwayne Brown with 4, maybe our new touchdown Eddie Brown, maybe touchdown Dwayne Brown, maybe. And then I also wanted to make sure I get this, and because I saw a good video of it, was Darian Townsend's touchdown up and over the end boards.
Yep.
First off, let's talk about Sam being able to have all that rapport with some of these guys who are new receivers right off the bat in week 1.
Well, first thing, we got to make sure we say hello to Mrs. Ware.
Of course.
So thank you for saying hello. We're looking forward to watch the game just like you are. So, to me, I think it's a good opportunity for them to grow. I mean, I know Sam had 8 touchdowns in total, but I think there's more in the tank. I think as time goes on, it's going to be. I would like to think it'd be even more impressive, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're sitting there game planning. They didn't really give them a lot last week to prepare for.
Right. Not really. No, I don't think they were running a ton of special plays or anything like that. Yeah, I think they gave them kind of the base level of what they can do.
Yeah, and they didn't really run the ball either. I mean, I don't know because I didn't go through the individualized stats. At least I don't remember as of the second. But they probably ran the ball less than 6 times, maybe 5 times,
something like that. Yeah, it wasn't very many,
which is sort of out of character. So I fully expect Coach Ware to really show them what the run game's about this week. I really do.
Yeah, and then like you said, watching the Cats game, their first game, a little slow in the defensive line. That leaves it, for those offensive linemen to really dominate that area. So it gives Sam lots of time on a pass. It obviously gives them a lot of room to run. It gives the guys a lot of room, in there as well. So it just seems like it's going to be super balanced, just like game one was. I think game two we're going to go about the same.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if they let Sam kind of get out of the pocket just a little bit. Because again, like a good team does different things, but are able to recall the things they've done in the past that are successful.
Okay.
And try to put some positive things going forward. So I think it's going to be a big game for Mr. Castronova.
Excellent. Again, we're brought to you. We'll be here live in the Recovery Room Sports Grill on New Scotland Avenue in Albany. We are about 13 minutes from kickoff. And we want to kind of finish this up a little bit. We wanted to have a trivia contest. The winner getting 2 tickets to Albany April 13th game for the Firebirds against the Billings Outlaws. You want to try to pick somebody? We'll do it. We'll put it on the screen here. We'll do it random, and we'll go from there.
Yes.
All right, we'll do it random. Ready? Here we go. We're spinning it. And it's number 6. Number 6. Andrew Nelson. Where is Mr. Nelson? All right. We got our trivia contestant here.
Let's have a seat right over there. Try not to trip on all of our wires.
Have a seat.
But we made it a gauntlet for you.
This should be nice and good to go. You can put those on if you want to. You can listen. And so we're going to do it similar to how they do it in the arena on a game night. We're going to ask. We have 3 questions. If you get 2 right, Firebirds trivia, you'll win 2 tickets to the game on April 13th. Ready to go? All right.
You might want to move his mic over just a little bit.
Talk right into that mic.
Perfect. There you go.
All right, we got you. All right. The first question: when did Albany become the Firebirds? In what year? 1990, 2000, or 2010?
1990.
Correct.
Absolutely. One down. We got one here. All right.
We can go through all 3 anyway.
We may go through all 3 anyway. All right. For the second one, let's see if you can get this one as well. What year did the Albany Firebirds win the championship? Not the Empire, the Firebirds. Was it 1994, 1999, or 2022?
1999.
This guy's good. This guy's good. We like it. All right, that's 2 in a row. All right, so here we go. So you've won the tickets, but I want to see if you can go 3 for 3.
Let's do it.
All right. He's going. Double or nothing. All right, we're going. All right. Who has the most touchdown catches in Albany Firebirds history? Your choices are David Patton, Touchdown Eddie Brown, or Merv Mosley.
I'm going to have to say Touchdown Eddie Brown.
We got it. Hey, 3 for 3. I haven't used that button yet. Excellent. You are the winner of 2 Firebirds tickets for the April 13th game against Billings. That's going to be a Vice game on a Sunday night. It's going to be a big one. I think we're going to have a huge crowd. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Give him a round of applause, guys.
Good job. I mean, shoot, if you got all 3 right, you should get 2.5 tickets.
You should get at least 3 tickets, maybe.
So,
all right, we'll work on that when we get done.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
So kickoff is 10 minutes away. What are our final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I think Albany's going to look good. I think Coach Ware and Coach Cisse and Coach Hobbs and the rest of the coaching staff have them ready to go. And I don't think they'll be slowed down by the trip to Nashville.
No, that's a big one, though. They essentially pulled an all-nighter to get there.
Did they really? You got to tell me. I didn't.
Yeah. So
what happened?
So they went. It wasn't a bad thing. It was just travel. So I think they did the coaches show Wednesday. They then got on a bus to go to Philly.
Okay.
That night, then flew to Nashville. So I think it was a red eye.
Okay.
So they essentially used yesterday as a rest day, recovery day.
Okay.
So they should be more than ready to hit that field today. I would imagine.
I would imagine recovery day for the Recovery Room Sports Grill.
Yes, absolutely.
New Scotland Avenue in Albany, where we are doing this podcast. Yeah. So I think we're ready. Is everybody ready to see the Firebirds tonight? Excellent, excellent. All right.
So let's get some predictions. What do you guys think? Like are we winning tonight or what?
What scores here?
Give me a couple scores. What you think?
58-20. I like it. Anything else? What do we got? 65-28. All right. We have big wins coming. We like it. All right. For everybody here at the Nest pregame show, my name is Adam Samrov. My co-host Chris Sipperly, and my production assistant, my wife Cassandra, helping us on the back end of this. Thank you for joining, and enjoy the game.
Go Birds.